Hazel. Welcome to Bat Chat.
Yes.
It's a conversational podcast.
Yes. I am Conbat, and you are the lovely
Tortilla.
Today we're doing a little bit different, though.
Yeah. We're gonna do the weekly rundown.
The weekly dump.
No, if we were gonna do it daily, then it was gonna be the daily dump.
I like the weekly dump because you are so not regular, so it's more of a weekly thing.
Thank you for sharing my
Full circle.
that's what you did there. I'm not gonna go into it any further.
No, because it comes out.
It's your weekly dump. It's my weekly rundown.
Yeah, it runs down.
If it did, it wouldn't be weekly. Alright, moving on.
So, we're going to go on to the little subtopics here. And the first one is, what have you been up to? So what have you been up to?
I've been sick this week. You know that.
I didn't know anything.
Because
I did not take off a day of work.
And I specifically asked you how many times to feel bad for me.
I haven't felt that at one point.
You told me on 3 separate occasions that you felt bad for me.
Yeah, I feel bad for
Yeah,
you.
this is something that's important to me, is that you say, yes, I feel bad for
I
you.
feel bad for you. You should feel bad for her as well.
If you feel bad for me for being sick, leave a comment below. I would appreciate hearing you say, hey, Tortilla, I feel bad for you. And I'll say, thank you. I appreciate it when, you know, I'm like, hey.
When Betsy said that she felt
That made me feel really good. She said, I will schedule time out tomorrow and feel bad for you. And I said, thank you. I appreciate that.
Did you follow up with her to ask her if she did?
I didn't, but I should.
Shame.
I should ask Betsy if she felt bad for me on Wednesday, because that was important to me. And it, you know what though? It made me feel special. And she was like, I'm gonna carve out a special time just to feel bad for you.
Anything else you've been up to, Sicky?
Not much else really.
What kind of sickness were you having? Was it the bum piss?
No.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I did not have the bum piss. Well, I guess fortunately, but unfortunately. Whatever. Weekly dump. Moving forward, let's proceed. No, I've just had like a really bad chest cold. Like, it started in my sinuses. I can always tell when I'm about to get sick. So I said, I feel it like right in here. I can feel there's something in there. And then the next day I'm like, yep, I'm sick. And I tell you every time, like, I'm about to be sick. And you're like.
I mean, I look forward to getting a day off work. So.
But I was sick, so that was awesome. I also got to go to the orthodontist.
Yeah? While you were sick.
While I was sick, which was
and they put even
horrible.
more stuff on your face.
Yeah. They are sadistic motherfuckers. I swear. They are.
Does it hurt now?
My cheek hurts. They put like double wire on my top. So now I've got like this, like, it's like a V shape right here. Like, and then when I smile and shit, it like digs in. And I suction when I sleep. I sleep like this.
Yep, make him talk.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that.
That's just your cheekbone.
I'm suctioning. Okay.
I wouldn't know.
This is true.
Oh.
Anyways, so yeah, that's about it. I babysitted. Funny story. This is something you did this week.
I did something funny.
Both of our kids got field trip permission slips sent home at the same time. Guess who signed them out backwards?
I asked you, okay? I said I filled it out right. The first one, okay? I said it was for the Newport Aquarium. And then you said no.
I told you
Carlisle's
I don't
going.
know. I told you that one of them said the grade on the front of the permission slip.
Didn't.
So he filled them out for the opposite kid. So they took him to the wrong teachers. So the kid going to the aquarium brought in the zoo one, and vice versa. So then
I think they should just switch classes. It'll be easier.
Probably. Well, then the first grader's teacher sent the thing back and said, we're going to the aquarium. And I'm like, ah. So I told him, I'm like, hey, get up here. And I said, what is this? Like, and I picked up the little thing and said, look, it says right here, 3rd grade, not 1st grade, 3rd grade. Do you know?
I was just worried about the form. That's what I had to complete. That's what you told me to complete. I didn't read the first paper for it. Jeez.
This, like,
It was,
just that.
you were the one who mixed them up and put it all in the same binder of one kid's.
I've been sick, okay? But you know what? This just shows me, like, how helpless everyone would be without me. Because you got their permission slips all messed up. Like, it was a mess. Plus, you didn't do spelling words.
It's just the one that... No, I did spelling words that day.
No, you didn't. I asked you, and you said, oh, no, I'll do it in the morning.
I did do it.
I don't believe you at all. So he doubly, like, dropped the ball right there. So I'm like, y'all would be dead without me. That's it.
Okay.
And I came downstairs the next morning after I had my sick day. Alright? And I look around. There are dishes everywhere. There's just toys all over the house. And I'm like,
I don't see any toys.
they would die without me. The house would explode if I wasn't here to clean up after them.
And I didn't think this was double.
No, I'm just saying, it makes me
combat
feel better
here.
about myself knowing how helpless you guys are without me. That's
Well,
all.
how do you feel better about
That's
yourself? So that's all you've been up to?
Just being sick and cleaning up the mess.
Mm-hmm.
What have you been up to?
I've been up to making bacon jerky. Some brown sugar bacon jerky.
Again. Again. More.
More bacon jerky, and I think you're getting sick of it because the house keeps smelling like bacon a little too much. So then you think it smells dirty, which, I mean, it doesn't like the smell of bacon.
Okay, the thing that's the issue is you make the bacon jerky in the basement.
I started to.
Our washer and dryer are in the basement. So all of our laundry smells like bacon.
Yeah, delicious bacon. I mean,
Which is cool if our kids go to school smelling like bacon like once a week or something because, oh, their parents made them breakfast. How they're good parents.
I only do laundry once a week, so it'll be once a week that they smell like bacon.
No, it'll be all weeks, forever. And we do not do laundry once a week. Don't lie.
Laundry.
2 days a week. 2 days a week.
I do laundry once a week.
And you just keep it down here? Is that because...
I keep like one load in the dryer.
Wow, 2 days
Just
a week,
waiting there.
you bring stuff upstairs to me.
Yeah. I might do like one load on the other day, on the next day, but
Okay, he washes and dries the laundry because he works in the basement. I fold the laundry and put away because I'm upstairs, and that's just how it works out. So you just hide laundry down here until you bring it up for
I
me.
slowly trickle it up.
I do notice some days you bring me up 3 loads in like a 5-minute time span. I'm like, gut dread, suspicious, pass.
Or I won't go up immediately when I dry it, so then I'll just keep it in the basket.
Yeah.
And so then I'll take it up there.
And when I get cold laundry to fold, I am so much less motivated to fold it than if it's warm.
I mean,
I love folding warm laundry.
I wonder what it's warm when I bring it up in the morning.
If I did not have all these kids in the house, I totally would, because you know I
Did we
like.
start dumping it on you in the morning?
No, I like folding. You know I like folding. Like I've talked about that before. Especially like little kid clothes. They're just so cute and tiny. And I just love folding like little and new clothes. Oh, I love folding new clothes. It just Sorry.
So the other thing I've been up to is I made I don't know, like, so our downspout from our roof just was pouring out onto the ground.
So it's a downspout disperser.
I made a disperser with gravel and some edger stones, and it looks all nice and pretty, and maybe I'll be able to edit it to put up a picture for you guys.
Okay, where's the picture? Like we did that one time and Mom said, oh, picture.
That's what I did. I said picture right
No,
here.
it's gonna be right here.
No, right here in front of my face because it's more pretty than my...
Okay. Whose idea was this?
It was my idea. No, it was Tortilla's idea. She sent me a thing on Pinterest.
I found it on Pinterest and I sent
you
you
sent
a
it to
couple
me.
ideas. And I had very specific opinions on it, and when I was sick, he did it.
Yep, I did it. But
it looks good. It looks good. But when you told me he did it when I was sick, I was like,
I was just motivated. Me and the girls.
you weren't motivated to do the dishes before.
I did do the dishes.
Not the dinner dish.
No, I didn't put dishes away from knitter, but I
I'm
did
just-
the dishes that were in the sink into
We'll
the
edit that out.
dishwasher.
I'm just picking on you.
I'm
I'm
not
just-
edit it out. This is bad chat. They know that you just eat on them.
It's the only time that I've got no one in either of our families saying, "Oh, he's a good guy though. You're very lucky to have him."
I'm gonna take out that little part where you said you have no one in your family. It's gonna sound like I'm a good guy.
You know, like anytime I say anything bad about you, though, everyone's like, "Everyone's such a good guy. You're so
I'm Mr.
lucky.
Perfect.
He's so perfect. Oh, he's the greatest husband ever."
Yeah, so pretty much I took some edger stones, just some little small ones, and made it slight curve because our house is on a hill. So that way
it's on a
it
cliff.
goes down. Well, our backyard is a cliff, but our house is on a hill.
Okay, yeah.
It's on a hill, and then it, pretty much. It might be a slight exaggeration. Okay. Instead of going like that down,
Just like
it goes like that.
the hands.
I know you can't see. Like that. Not too much. Pretty much you'll die if you fall off. Right?
Yeah.
Kind of, not really. Right?
If our kids go, they're gone.
There's no
If
getting
you
back.
go, I mean, you'll be okay. You'll break your ribs at least, like a couple.
Maybe a
of them.
leg. I wouldn't be able to get back up, no matter what.
Yeah.
So I would just have to go down to the road at the bottom. Maybe find someone that's
Just
house is
army
down there.
crawl, kind of.
Yeah.
There are some houses.
It would
down
take
there.
me. It would take like 10 miles to get back though, because you got to go all the way around.
I just roll, just like roll down.
Yep, pretty much.
Just
Yeah.
use your good leg to like wave and flag someone down and stuff. Help me, help me.
Next thing that we're gonna move on to, since that's what we've been up to this week.
What have we
is,
been
What have we
watching?
been watching? We're gonna do this as kind of a. Not what have you been watching, what I've been watching, but what have we been watching?
What have we been watching?
Because we watch pretty much. Well, I like to try to watch things together with you, but then you just, if it's something good, you just run off with it.
It's
and I don't get
because
to
he
watch any
plays
of it.
video games every free moment, so I get lonely and bored. Because you don't spend time with me anymore.
You don't like to spend time with
Not doing this week out of the month. The rest of the month is okay. But no. I keep shaking the camera.
Yeah, because you keep hitting the table. No, that was not nice at all. Gosh.
Okay. So last night we watched.
Behind the Curve. It was on Netflix.
If you
And-
don't know what that is, okay, it's a documentary about flat earthers.
Yep.
People who think the Earth is flat.
Are you a flat earther?
They had me going for a minute. I told you that last night. I was like, they have a point. You know, I believe in a lot of the conspiracy theories and things like that. So I get kind of like roped in, like, let's see how this plays out. But no, like, honestly, like, I laughed for a lot of it, didn't I?
Yeah.
I was laughing a lot. Not, you know what? I think people should believe in whatever they believe in and whatever brings them joy and makes them feel whole.
Yeah.
And
I didn't go too much into the theories and like
No.
the actual conspiracy of what they believe as being a flat Earth. It is more about just kind of
The
whole
community.
and the community
Yeah.
and just how it's kind of grown at that standpoint. Towards the end, they kind of, I guess the community came together and established like a testing of how to figure out if the Earth is really flat or not, and and they went through some of their testing. I'm not going to reveal any spoilers for you, but I think we all know what happened.
flat. Completely flat, y'all. No, just check it out. I mean,
It's a good watch, anyways.
it was very entertaining. Like at first, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to watch this. Like, but I stopped playing my dinosaur game or my dragon. Yeah, I stopped playing the game on my
Merge
phone.
dragons.
Oh, the game I'm playing.
Oh, maybe they want to play with you.
I don't think you play with people.
You might.
I don't.
I mean, they might play, and then they might like comment about like what level they're at.
They might say I tried to play that dragon game, but it was really stupid to
Yeah,
get.
they could do that too.
Which is fine. Like, do what brings you joy, right? Like I
I mean, I
said,
guess, yeah.
and what makes you whole, Mr. Tippity Tap,
Mhm.
Tappy Battle Cats. Okay,
And then I have been watching also a lot of Rick and Morty, but I
again,
always watch that
yeah.
because
Which
it's a
it's a
good
good watch. It's a good thing to watch in between shows. Like if
all the
you don't
time.
have anything on at the moment, like any new episodes of your show that you're watching, you're into, then it's a good filler, right? Because
I
it's
mean, I watch it
okay.
whenever I
You do.
can.
You
So
watch it all the time,
yeah,
which is fine if that's what brings you. That's like
and you've been watching a lot of crime shows, right? Been watching a lot of crime shows. You know, a lot. You know, a lot of crime shows.
I
25, 7 days a week.
I think you're being a lot dramatic. Okay, I watch crime shows after the kids go to bed.
All the kids are awake.
No, I don't. Excuse me. Miriam did come in the other day when I was watching it. She's like, "Is this your doctor show, Mom?" And I said, "No." She's like, "Can I watch it with you?" I said, "No." She's like, "What happened to that person?" I said, they got a boo boo, but the doctor's gonna help them feel better."
Mhm.
They didn't. It was Forensic Files. I was watching Forensic Files, and my daughter walked in on someone who had been murdered.
What was the one that I put on last night? Like criminal,
Ooh, what's it?
inside criminal mind or something like that.
That might be.
It was on Netflix.
Yeah, there's like a documentary, and then there's that like
It was a
series.
series. Mm-hmm.
They have very similar names, so I can't remember which is which. But that one was interesting.
It was a like a docu series. I think it's a Netflix original.
Yeah.
And they were just kind of going in and discussing like what makes a criminal on this.
It
First
was what
episode.
makes a serial killer for
A
this
serial killer,
specific
yeah.
episode.
And that was really interesting. Like they kind of talked about like, different theories on it. On like one was saying that like there's kind of the three telltale signs about being a bedwetter and
Arson and torturing or killing animals.
yeah, and then they finally kind of debunked that. And they looked more and they talked about like FBI profiling and how that kind of got started.
Which
a little bit.
that was actually the beginning of the profiling,
Mhm.
but surprisingly, Ted Bundy
Always
he helped them.
Mhm.
The profilers, the first like real profilers, kind of say like, no, this is what I think this person would do, and but I mean, check it out. I don't want to go into it because it's actually watch the Ted Bundy tapes too.
Oh yeah, that was creepy and good though.
Yeah.
Um,
I watched.
chilling.
I think I watched another Ted Bundy thing too, actually.
Watch everything good without.
Because you're playing game.
So, that was what we're watching.
Mhm.
We'd love to hear what you guys are watching.
Yeah.
Give us ideas about what
I'm
to
always
watch
looking
next.
for fun shows to watch, and you're always looking for fun shows to make me start watching with you, and then you play games. So I watch without you, then you're like, you didn't watch it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Always.
And then I can't watch it once you've gotten watching it because then you don't want to watch it anymore.
I don't care. I'll play on my phone.
You already play on your phone while we watch it. So.
Mm-hmm. You watch streams when we're on.
No, it's not.
Watching you have in the background.
Oh, and then our next segment is news that are related to us. News that we found important. I don't have a title for this one yet, so I'm winging it. Right? Calm down. Jeez.
Just news.
Do you have any news that was interesting to you?
You know, like the news that I'm.
I'll give you a quick recap so she doesn't go into it and get all huffy and puffy and she's into the news about vaccinations and unvaccinated and some of the controversies that are going on along with that, and just how kind of the nation has been reacting with it, and she gets very passionate about it. Okay.
Well, no, the main thing is okay. freedom. You know, that's
Yeah.
like my main thing is it shouldn't be forced on anyone. And by telling kids they can't go to public school or, you know, public gatherings or events, I feel like that's unconstitutional. That's like my main thing. I have my own beliefs and opinions. I'm sure a lot of people do, but my main thing is like, you know, that goes against the Constitution, in my opinion. And not even in my opinion, it does. Like religious freedom.
Well, the Constitution is a living document and it's free to interpretation, so that is and will always be in people's opinion. Right? So, moving on for some of the other news.
Sorry, I've got something that's a little less that I get less passionate about.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say it really quick before
Okay.
I forget because you were saying I didn't because
I'm prepared.
I don't know much about the news. But Disney, have you seen the thing about Disney?
They finalized their deal with Fox.
Oh no, I did not see that. Okay,
Yeah, okay.
no,
Well,
no.
they finalized their deal with Fox. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Disney World.
Oh yeah.
The location has gotten rid of their smoking areas, which for
Also, they were. Or what other rules did they? What's it?
they said no large strollers, but I don't know. I didn't really read it.
It's like 30. I want to say between. It can't be larger than like 31 or 32 inches, somewhere around there. Maybe 36 to 51 inches. So if it's larger than that, then they won't allow it into their park.
Okay, well I'll say I am 60 inches tall, so that's about 4 feet long. So I feel like that's a really large. It is a large stroller, which for most families is excessive. But I know there's a family I watch a lot on YouTube, 52 Love. They've got quintuplets. They've got a triple stroller and a double stroller. So that would be very difficult for them.
Yeah.
To try to navigate the park with, you know, I don't know. That's just that. But I mean, we're planning on going to Disney soon. As a non-smoker, and we do have a child with asthma, and overall, just smoke is just not our thing.
Right.
I'm down with the no smoking policy, but I know for a lot of families that's very inconvenient. So it doesn't affect us like it would someone who has a nicotine habit, and like I empathize with them. I feel like maybe one smoking area in the park, but
well, they're also not allowed to vape, which you get passionate about that as well.
I just think vaping is like, bleh.
People are doing crack cocaine right in front of you.
You're so dramatic. I just think it's icky.
You're like, oh, they're vape.
I just think it's icky. And so.
And another thing that they also have a rule about is that they created was you are not allowed to have any loose ice or dry ice in the park. So you're not allowed to bring in like your own ice.
I think that's
ice is free for you to get in cups and stuff like that, but you're not allowed to.
I think that's reasonable.
And the rule for that was because they want to you need to cut down on like times to check bags and stuff like that. So
I think that's more than reasonable. Honestly, like if you have a cooler, you can just go and get cups of free ice and just dump it in your cooler once you're in there.
I don't know the rules.
I don't know.
That, but
like I said, I haven't read it. I just saw the headline. I'm like, hey, no big strollers and no smoking.
Speaking about Disney, so they've finalized their deal with Fox, so it's official now. Disney owns Fox. So they now have all the licensing back from the X-Men and Fantastic Four. The actual conglomerate of Fox or the channel, you know, like the broadcasting station.
They own The Simpsons.
Do
they own The Simpsons?
I don't know that.
I'd love to see like the Simpsons on ice. Like
So this means that we could potentially have The Simpsons in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
No, we could have The Simpsons at Disney World.
We could, yeah, maybe if they own it. I don't know if Fox owns The Simpsons or not, but definitely plays in that
That's
broadcast.
so cool. I kind of love that.
Another thing is that Disney already owned 30, like 30 or 33% of Hulu. Fox also owned the same amount, so technically, if that wasn't excluded from the deal, then Disney now owns Hulu as well, because they have the majority controlling shares.
So I'm curious to see how this is gonna affect Hulu and the Disney streaming service that we've seen a lot about that they say is coming out this year.
They've said that it's Disney Plus, so it seems like it's going to be a different service other than Hulu. I think they might just probably leave Hulu alone because they're kind of doing their own and being good at it. So it'll be interesting to see on that. I would have to read up more if that was included in the deal, or if Disney still owned their share of Hulu and stuff like that, and how that went down. And then also other news with Disney. Didn't know this was going to get so big, did you?
She didn't say that.
Was that they are starting their new Star Wars sector, whatever, at the park, and the day before it'll open, all of the hotels have already been booked, and it's already like gonna be booked up.
And
so don't go opening year for Disney with this.
That's when we were planning on going.
No, it's next year. So that's opening 2020.
Okay, and we're planning on going
2021.
Which it seems silly to be planning a trip 2 years out, but we're cheap and we needs to save. We have 4 kids.
Our stepdad that's going to be coming with us is he has to put his vacation in a year in advance.
But in all honesty, we were planning on doing it 2 years out anyways. Our youngest is 2. We want her to have like at least a couple memories of it.
Yeah. So, and then they also coincide with that. Disney has also raised their admission prices for the actual park as well, for the busier months, especially summer.
Well, that's why we're going in the fall.
Well, I don't want to die of heat stroke in the summer, so that's why we're not going in the summer. Okay.
So, our children's teachers, our kids are sick for the 3rd week of November. Yep. They're sick. We're not.
In other news now, besides Disney, is, there was a doctor office that filed suit against an explicit prank company called Dick's by Mail. And what they do is that you can prank anyone, and they explicitly, or they say on their website, or your enemies, by sending them a confetti bomb package with dick confetti. The suit was filed saying that it gave employees emotional distress, but then later the office actually has
a sense of humor,
or dropped the suit. Apparently there was also a bomb threat right around that time, and that did not coincide with this either.
Well, that's not the company's fault. There was a bomb threat, so. But honestly, though, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. Funny. It is.
But if someone has, maybe
PTSD
or just faint of heart, I guess is the phrase, and all of a sudden they're the ones to open the package and it just right in their face.
I get it, but I would laugh so hard.
Not if it did it to you.
No, if you opened a box full of dick confetti.
Confetti dicks.
Having to explain to our children why you've got penises all over you. Like, no, children, they're rocket ship.
Yep.
That's my voice tonight. I know that you've been like, why is she doing that? But it's just, I got the voice for tonight. I think it's funny.
So in similar news related to dicks and semen,
Cameron, oh my gosh, this is so insensitive.
Jack the Ripper has apparently have been identified, and one of the largest mysteries surrounding like murder mysteries.
He was like the first,
The first serial killer
one of the first serial killers.
documented it, and
Actually, the first serial killers
in the United States.
came from my family. They were
Do you know what
before.
time that was? You would have to look it up. So you can look up, and I'll talk
I'll
about
look.
this.
Yeah,
About
go
that.
for it. I'll
All
look it
right.
up on
So Jack the Ripper, if you don't know, killed approximately 5 women. They were prostitutes within the Whitechapel district of London back in 1888 from August to November. His DNA was used to test from the shawl of the 4th victim that had blood and semen stains on it, and the semen stains matched the DNA sequence of the main suspect, Aaron Kosminski. Probably butchered that name, but he was a 23-year-old barber during that time, and he was actually a prime suspect in the investigation at the time as well.
An inspiration behind Sweeney Todd.
Probably. Did you find it? No.
Well, I found. Hold on.
Okay.
They only go. It doesn't go back to them because our family doesn't like to be.
I mean, we could also probably just Google them, right?
Oh yeah, just Google them.
You know, I mean, you have a phone with Google on.
Okay.
They're called the Hart brothers.
Yeah.
Right? So they were born between 1770 and I guess they died. Little Harp was born before 1770 and died February 8th, 1804. And Big Harp was born 1778 and died August 1799. They were depicted as America's, or actually I guess really the world, is kind of the first documented cases of serial killers. They traveled up and down the East Coast, between from like Michigan, I want to say to like Georgia.
Along the. I know they.
The Appalachian Mountains, right? The Appalachian Mountains, yeah. Just doing whatever the fuck they wanted, pretty much.
Yeah.
They kidnapped their wives and made them marry them, and then I guess they had probably some form of what's it called when you like fall in love with your captive?
Oh, Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, the wives probably developed Stockholm syndrome after that.
Well, they had children, and then they killed the children that they had. I had heard like, oh, you know, we come from serial killers, and so one day I googled them and I looked it up a couple like 4 years ago, and I just sat there and I just cried. It was. Anywho.
And I married that.
Mm-hmm.
And lighter news, and the last of our news is that this has kind of come up again, that NASA will again pay people to stay in bed for about 60 days in a centrifuge. So you'll be spinning in kind of zero gravity. And their reasons for that test is they want to see how prolonged space travel will affect the human body, what's going to go on with that. So they'll pay you up to 19,000. It is in Germany, so make sure you have your passport ready to go.
You know what though? This would have been a perfect topic for my video about depression, because I think if I got into one of my deep depressions, I could do that no problem.
Okay.
As long as I have like.
You're going to be watched the entire time. There's going to be like a team of scientists just like watching you and monitoring you. And... Well, you got to stay in bed.
I'm very curious to see. I want to look into this more now because I never even thought about like the bathroom factor. Cause...
Maybe they have a bathroom, but it's all in like zero gravity, so you got to try to. Good luck trying to hit your mark.
Well, I've seen like water droplets in space, you know, and it just kind of like forms a sphere and just like floats around.
And then when they turn that off, like it's all just floating around.
Oh,
That's been Bat Chat in our weekly dump. Let us know how we did.
Weekly rundown. If
Let
you,
us know what form you prefer better. Do you prefer it as rundown or do you prefer it as a dump? Or how it affects you.
if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel would be awesome sauce.
If you want to see more content like this,
Yeah.
possibly,
Yeah.
as we do it.
Let us know. This is our first like weekly rundown.
Weekly dump, yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like we meant for this to be shorter than our other videos, and I don't think it was. I don't.
We'll see.
I can't. I don't know. But thank you so much for watching us. And we'll hopefully see you next week.
Yep. Bye.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.